Notes and comments on Psalm chapter 2. Introduction. We will now share the truth from Psalm chapter 2 about the Armageddon, how the Lord will laugh at them, and a warning for kings. Armageddon predicted. Why do the nations rage, and the peoples meditate a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together, against Jehovah and against his anointed. Verses 1-2. The rejection of the perfect man, the Son of God, by man is revealed here. It is the first psalm quoted in the New Testament. See Acts chapter 4 verses 25-28. In this quotation, it is applied to the Jews and Gentiles gathered together against the Lord. This rejection continues throughout this present age. It becomes more marked as the age draws to its close. Finally, the nations with their kings and also apostate Israel will form a great confederacy. They will take counsel together for one great purpose satanically conceived and executed to defy God. The generalissimo will be Satan through the beast. It is the gathered confederacy as seen in Revelation. And he gathered them together to the place called in Hebrew, Armageddon. Revelation chapter 16 verse 16. And I saw the beast, and the kings of the earth, and their armies, gathered together to make war against him that sat upon the horse, and against his army. Revelation chapter 19 verse 19. He will laugh at them. He that sitteth in the heavens will laugh. The Lord will have them in derision. Then will he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet I have set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. Verses 4-6. Heaven is silent till the appointed time comes. In infinite patience he is waiting. Silent to all what wicked men do in dishonoring his name. But when on earth the final rebellion takes place, then he will laugh at them and hold them in derision. Then he who has spoken in love will speak in wrath and begin the execution of God's judgments. Then will he be established as God's king upon the holy hill of Zion. Thou art my son. Jehovah said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I will give thee the nations for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Verses 7-9. He declares who he is, the Son of God. See Acts chapter 13 verse 33. It speaks of him as the incarnate one and the risen one. And his second coming will be the completest vindication of his sonship. Warning for kings. And now, O kings, be ye wise, be admonished, ye judges of the earth. Serve Jehovah with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish in the way, though his anger burn but a little. Blessed are all who have their trust in him. Verses 10-12. The warning is meant especially for that time when the final revolt takes place. So even at that time, mercy still is waiting. Note that trust, verse 12, is the characteristic Old Testament word for the New Testament, faith, believe. It occurs 152 times in the Old Testament and can be rendered as, for example, to take refuge in Ruth chapter 2 verse 12, committed to in Psalm chapter 22 verse 8, wait for in Job 35-14, etc.